everybody, to another episode of Open Arms, the podcast. I am your host, Brian Lockerman. And, of course, in the control room, we have the lovely, the talented Nikki Wesley. How's it going today, Nikki?
Well, hello. The camera's working.
I can see you.
And it feels good to be back. And
Absolutely. This is great.
This is going to be fun.
We had her camera down for a little bit, but now she's back, and she is live with us, and she's going to participate in the show today. This is going to be a good one. Nikki, we are going to be focusing on the entertainment industry today, which, of course, you know, we are MB Studio Productions, and we do play a big part in the entertainment industry.
We sure do.
And our guest today is very impressive. Let me introduce you, director, writer, camera op, actor. He is just a jack of all trades in this entertainment industry. Welcome to the show, Jason Strickland.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely, Jason. Jason, can you give the audience just a little quick elevator pitch of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so Jason Strickland, I actually grew up in the movie industry 40 years now doing this. So I used to be a teen actor in the 90s. I started my journey there, and I starred on The Secret World of Alex Mack. Jessica Alba played my girlfriend on that show, and then did a lot of shows. I was General Hospital, played young Scorpio. The list goes on IMDb. Reba McEntire show, Reba. Boston Public, and my idea of acting back then, honestly, was I had a passion very young. The industry kind of bit me. And I had that passion to want to direct and produce.
Beautiful.
So I grew up with the Stallones. Sage Stallone was one of my great buddies and friends. I actually met him in an acting class. And we discovered about each other that we actually didn't want to focus so much on acting more than we wanted to be producers and directors.
Awesome.
His dad, wonderfully kind of caught on that that's what our hearts and passions were. So at 14 years old, our first acting school, our first directing school, our producing school, our acting school, our every school, film production school was Cliffhanger. We flew to Italy.
Oh, wow.
And got a chance to be, Rucker Howard and, Sylvester Stallone starring. And, I'm still friends with Rucker to this day. Sly I don't see as much, but, Sage and I grew up all the way until he passed at 33. But, I want to continue that legacy.
Very good. Well, Jason, we got a lot to talk about today, a lot, especially with what's going on. One thing I want to start with is you are basically bringing Hollywood out to Simi Valley. Now, a good friend of ours, a mutual friend, Kristen Mills. By the way, I want Kristen on my show someday. She's amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you, Kristen. And again, your father, your family, I love you guys. Thank you for hooking me up with Jason. It's been an amazing venture. So again, you're bringing Hollywood to Simi Valley. So when you called me and you gave me the address to meet you, I actually called Kristen as I was driving up there, and I'm like, Kristen, I think you gave me the wrong address. This is for the Simi Valley Town Center. She goes, well, they're waiting for you somewhere up there, so I'm thinking you have a little theater at the Simi Valley Town Center. I pull up, and I go, hey, so where's your place? He goes, this is it. This is the whole Simi Valley Town Center. It's now a movie set. And he took me into Macy's, and it all gutted out where you got to do flats and to do filming and things like that. I'm like, oh, my God. What an amazing thing to put together.
Thank you. Yeah, 150,000 square feet is what you're talking about of that structure. But it's 38 acres of basically a backlot, like Universal Studios. We have restaurants there, banks with vaults that are all available and ready to film. So in 40 years of loving this movie industry and wanting to keep people watching TV shows, going to the movies. I really thought about how can I help my community? Simi Valley is actually my hometown.
Exactly.
It's where I was raised. It was where, I got a chance to, my mom, I remember very young, taking me to auditions. We would drive from Simi Valley there to Hollywood. So we're only 35 minutes from Hollywood. And it's inside the filming bubble.
Exactly. Now, Nikki, do you remember the town center, right?
Of course. We're always...
We've been there a few times. And you would not believe it. Now, that whole place is now a movie set, which is fantastic. I mean, how did you ever put that together?
Yeah, so thankfully, with the owners and we all got together
Okay.
and got this big, huge suit, approval from them, and then we took it to the city. So there's 58 other locations throughout Simi Valley, not just that 38 acres that you see. I have hotels, I have schools. There are, even hospitals.
Hospitals.
That's a big one because
Yeah.
hospitals are so hard to find to
That's
film
true.
in as
That-
they're active.
that
It's
is true.
almost darn right impossible.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about how my production company, In the Light Productions, actually funded and put our money where our mouth was. We shot a film in Simi Valley, 100% in Simi Valley.
And I definitely want to tap into that. I got the chance to watch that movie. It's
Thank
called
you.
The Friendly, by the way, guys. Very good. Great message.
You just got off active duty, huh?
Yes, sir. What's her name? Friendly. Hey, girl.
You said she was friendly.
Oh, her name is Friendly. I don't, I'm sorry. What are you, a witch? How did you do that?
The dog, do you think that it could be his guardian angel? Maybe his parents are watching over him?
If you trust in God, he'll show you what to do in your life, just like finding the right tool.
Do you want to talk about how you're feeling right now?
Mind is racing. I can't sit still.
Is it always the same dream?
Not exactly.
I've seen a lot of vets come through here, and they all claim to be fine.
The baby needs a strong father.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, don't worry.
Isn't he like, is he not scarred by the war?
You were only doing what you were trained to do.
And you filmed that all in Simi.
That's right.
When I was watching, I was recognized in different places. In fact, the hospital was at Aventa or whatever.
That was Simi Adventist Hospital.
Yeah, I spent some time there actually. Oh, and I really that is a very it's a great hospital, great people, great everything, and the movie was fantastic.
Thank you so
It
much.
really was. I would recommend anybody to please. It's on Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime right now. Go see it. It's called The Friendly. It is such a good movie. And Jason, you pulled this off in what, 20 days of filming or something like that?
Yeah, honestly, we pulled this thing off in 16 days
Really?
of filming. Yeah,
Wow.
and it's kind of unheard of. Now, with my resources, with me growing up in this
Yeah.
environment out there, in this whole city, I know where everything is. I have connections there to bring down rates. So the reason why we're a 2.0 Simi Valley is because, Hollywood went through its own turmoils of just prices going through the roof.
That's true.
And all of our film productions leaving Hollywood. Well, I really wanted to wave a white flag and say, no, I've got to bring Hollywood back to Hollywood. Now, I'm all for filming anywhere else in the United States for your project, of course. Obviously, too, if it's New York and the film calls for it being New York or the streets of Florida, the streets of, wherever it is, Georgia, but there is a legacy. Hollywood is, I think, the capital and mecca for
Of
filming
course.
in the world. Now, it kind of started to go. So what I did was, thankfully, I really went out. Now that I'm older, I can help support our city of Simi Valley
Which is fantastic.
by getting everybody on board, our chief of police to our city officials. And I got them all to just kind of understand, look, we have an opportunity here, but it's also a way to continue the legacy of Hollywood. Let's bring them here for a fraction of the price. So then that way your production could start with us and then go into Hollywood.
Yeah.
See, it takes 3 to 4 weeks just to get a film permit in Hollywood. In Simi Valley, it's 24 hours.
I love it.
It's
love it.
nowhere in the country that you
Exactly.
can get 24-hour film permits.
Exactly. And then what you did too with what you put together, what we put together here at MB Studio Productions, it's about relationships. Hey, we built
Amen.
a state-of-the-art facility here, but that doesn't cut it. You know, it's all about relationships. It's building all your people that help your company grow and be successful. And that's what you did up in Simi Valley. And I really am impressed by that.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely relational people. Like In the Light Productions for us is actually kind of like, we like to say it's our ministry.
Yeah,
You know, we have
yeah.
faith behind what we're doing. Our films, when you watch The Friendly, they're message films. I call them lesson films because you can learn. But to build relationships, I mean, that's the blueprint that God gave us in the Bible.
100%.
If we could be relational with one another, if we can have that faith, that trust, that support with one another, we have everything for anybody to come in and make their movie. We have Allied Studios with Brian and their team. I mean, we have big, huge sound stages in Simi Valley. People don't know. We have Hummingbird Ranch. You know, right now I'm working currently with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
On Golf. Netflix's Golf. So that comes out next year.
Yeah.
So I can't give any teasers to
That's
it.
okay.
But what I can do is say that we actually brought them there. They're filming all over Simi Valley for a fraction of the price, and they're enjoying their stay.
Exactly. And let me tell you guys something. The Simi Valley Town Center, you remember, there's businesses like Buffalo Wild Wings, Corner Bakery, but they left them as is for sets,
Yes.
which is amazing.
Yes.
I mean, it's just a mecca of sets up there.
It really is, and it's been kind of a vision that I had to kind of explain to, owners and other partners that we have on the property, that it's like, listen, to go and build these sets and to build a bank with a vault, we have a vacant bank with a vault
That's
that
true.
you could just turnkey go in and shoot. You saw that Macy's, what I did with that
Oh, my
building.
God.
Now we put fourth season of Monster there.
Oh,
So Charlie
nice.
Hunnam was there. We did the whole the Chainsaw Massacre, Texas Chainsaw Massacre scene. This is for the Ed Gein version of Monster. And now they're calling to come back. They had such a good stay with us. We were able to get it there for them for a fraction of the price. They were
great.
like, what is going on? And it got all the way up to Ryan Murphy, all the way up to the heads of, hey, we're out in Simi Valley at this town center. This is fantastic. We have so much control. There's people there that, want, in Simi Valley, it's a beautiful kind of person that live there.
Yeah.
They love movies. They get excited to see the big trucks pull in and the actors coming out and they're, 150 yards away just watching, like, this is incredible. And you do that in LA or other states right now, and
Yeah.
people throw tomatoes at you
I
as
know.
a boy. Like,
I know,
I
they
don't want
snub
this
you.
in my neighborhood.
snub
And like,
you.
no, they want The Rock. We want the, Charlie Hunnams. We want the Will Ferrells,
Yeah.
who was actually so kind to so many of us in Simi Valley. These people don't see this Hollywood stuff a lot, and all of a sudden to see, Elf himself, people were falling out their seats, and he
That's
was so
awesome.
kind and waving to them and saying hello up at the town center to
Beautiful.
everybody passing by, and everyone just left him alone. That's another great thing. I run this location there. I run the filming. I'm a producer there for the people that come in. So we're able to contain it. We have an amazing police department who I work with on the daily. It's just
Very
a
nice,
really
very
great
nice.
way to bring Hollywood back to Hollywood.
Very good. Nikki, have you seen Monster at all?
No, but Elf is my favorite. My favorite Christmas movie. I think I watch that like anytime it's on TV.
Yeah.
All the time.
Well,
It's my favorite.
You should really watch Monster. It's very, very good. And also, I recommend too, Nikki, to watch The Friendly as well.
Yes.
I mean, seriously.
But yeah, I know Brian really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thank you. For the holidays, it's a great one. Right now, we're talking Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
That time with family. This is about a veteran that actually suffers through some PTSD and some mental health, but how he comes out of all of that. And he's got a dog. Now, that's a true story. This was in Ukraine. This army vet that we know went in just as a peace mission and ends up getting to Ukraine, and a dog is following him around.
That's
a dog that that was misplaced, you know,
Yeah.
from somebody's, you know, war-torn area, and made friends with. And so they kind of adopt this dog as the friendly. And, you know, as veterans, as military, when you go into another country and somebody renders you aid or help, we always call them friendlies. That's a military term
Exactly.
for those folks. And so that's kind of what this whole story becomes. And there's this journey. You know, we all have this journey that happens to us in life, and all these amazing people that come in and out of it, and those are the friendlies in your life.
That's true. And you got a great cast too, by the way.
Thank
I mean,
you.
you put it together nicely. You got Joe Montana on it.
Yeah, Joe Montana.
I mean, I love it, man. I love that guy.
He's fantastic and just have been such a great friend. And he's in a lot of my productions that I do because not only do I love working with him, but he's so talented. He's classic. I mean, if you could remember Godfather, you know, he was Joey Saza,
Exactly.
you know, and even like, you know, things like Three Amigos, you know, he was in that. So many classic
I
movies.
know it. Nikki, we met him, I don't know if you remember, years ago at the Daily Grill in Studio City. I don't know.
Vaguely.
Do you remember that? We met him. We talked to him for a while outside. He was with his family, had his daughter with him.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy's a really, really great guy.
Class
He
act
really is,
and
really
such
is.
a sweet guy. All of them, you know, Jesse Borrego. If you guys are Blood In, Blood Out fans, you know, I put Jesse in this movie. You know, the Curtis, the main character. He's actually a soap star.
He was good.
He is
He was
fantastic.
really good.
Really, I directed, wrote, and produced this, so I'm able to really, because I came from an acting background, I know what an actor is going through. I know
Exactly.
how to get him there because I remember having to do that. You know, John Voight directed me one time in Tin Soldiers,
Really?
a great film that he did. I played a character in this movie, Tin Soldiers, and John taught me so much. I had so many people. You know, Sean Levy. Right now, Stranger Things is gigantic.
Yeah.
One of the directors from Stranger Things, Sean Levy, directed me on The Secret World of Alex Mack. I pulled from all these amazing people and directors, and then even to get a chance to work with James Cameron in a documentary that's coming out very soon, next year, with Keanu Reeves, Halle Berry, Margot Robbie. You know, the list goes on. Praise God, thankfully.
Well, let me tell you what the best part of the movie of The Friendly was. Your cameo when you were at the bar. I'm like, there's Jason, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You know, that was talked in. I was talked into that role. You know, like I said, I grew up acting. I have no more acting want in my soul. I have just the want of protecting actors in roles, protecting actors in their character for films, and I want to direct them. I'm a huge director-actor connection, you know, guy. But Joe D'Agostine, an amazing editor. He's Quentin Tarantino's editor. He actually edited Kill Bill 1. He actually edited Inglourious Bastards. Kill Bill 2, he edited. Joe talked me into doing a cameo, you know, and I was like, gosh, I don't want to act anymore, as you know, Joe. And he's like, you will kick yourself because, you know, he's like, you got to get your Hitchcock moment in there, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was great, man. I loved it. One thing that we're doing, you and I, obviously, both NBC Studio Productions and
In the Light Productions.
We are actually going to start networking. In fact, we are going to take one of our Scorpion robots and keep it up on location at the Simi Valley Town Center for people to use for production. And we're going to kind of start with you know, networking on some things. We're going to open this place up to you, to ever you want to use it for our psych room or like that, any of our gear, whatever. We're just going to start meshing together and working on some
What
good
a blessing.
projects.
Thank you.
And the newest and latest and greatest project that you're bringing to the table.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say it?
Yeah, well, you know, it's something in the works,
Yeah,
so
it's-
we probably won't bring up the title,
Okay,
but we do have a kids' adventure film that is going to captivate so many hearts out there and really get some great lessons for the kids. I think that our next generation to come up are going to value, but this is like 80s, 90s nostalgia. It's Goonies meets, just a fun adventure. I don't want to give too much of it away,
of
but it
course
is
not, of
something.
course not.
And you know, getting that chance to get you guys up at the town center too with one of your Scorpions, you know, that is the highest volume of productions that comes through Simi Valley is at my town center. And at the town center there, we get, all these Fortune 500 companies that do commercials. So I think the Scorpion, that technology of that camera to me is just incredible. They could get value. The TV shows, as you've heard, the films that are all coming out to see me, even the music videos that we're shooting on our property. But yeah, I think that it'd be a great way to get that technology back and keep that thing going.
Yeah, we get some amazing shots of that thing. And you can put any camera you could think of on it.
Wow.
Even a cell phone. We put a cell phone, the new iPhone on it, and use it, but believe it on the Scorpion.
That's amazing.
The shots we get are just incredible. We've done several national commercials here at the studio, and every producer has used a Scorpion on their commercial.
Yeah.
But music videos, they all use it.
They all use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be great to have up there because we have such a high traffic zone, but getting that chance to preserve what we all love as a pastime. That's my heart.
Exactly.
So to get the chance to have an audience, 100, 150 people going in, only paying $25, $30, whatever a movie is right about that nowadays, it's the only pastime we really have to preserve, Brian, because, getting that chance to get people together, laughing, crying in that room, that is something of a pastime that only $25 or $30. If you want to go see a game nowadays, a ball game or a concert, you're $500-600,
Exactly.
and your parking is going to be another $100.
trust
The parking's
me.
more than the ticket.
Right.
That's true. I got my my awakening basically of that when I went to the Steeler Ram game last year, and my parking was $165.
Oh,
I'm like, are you kidding me?
what is going on? It's an arm and leg,
I know.
and but that's why the movie industry is so important, and whether you like to watch it at home and stream it, whether you like to watch it on that big screen, whether you like to watch it vertically on your phone,
Exactly.
I think content is king. I really feel like the next 5 years we're going to build content up in such a beautiful way that we're going to continue to learn from. In the Light Productions is out there. We have 7 films in the next 5 years that we are doing.
Wow. Now you also have a theater up there, like a screening theater, correct?
Yeah, we do. We have a studio movie grill, and we actually put the Friendlies premiere there. Now, we had red carpet. We had the limos coming in. We shut down the street there. There's a keyhole in our parking. There's a keyhole that we shut down. Had Simi Valley Police Department there, have all the big celebrities. And what we have is so unique because in Hollywood, there's a lot of protesting and things going on and things that can just shut down your production or somebody not being able to get in because of traffic, because, people are shutting down because of, their protests and things like that of freeways and street. You have none of that in Simi Valley. We have 2,000 parking spaces.
I was just gonna say, everyone loves our place because of the parking.
The parking.
It's ample parking. It's free.
We're in Ventura County.
Yeah.
And that's a big perk.
And a lot of our producers come here, they say another thing they like about it is a safe neighborhood. They don't have to walk their girls out after the production because of them getting attacked or whatever like that.
Right.
It's safe. It's free. It's beautiful. Simi, Westlake Village.
No
is
traffic.
No traffic.
All good.
It's just a beautiful thing, though, to talk about, that the safety of our actors and the safety of our crew, it's very funny when they come to the Simi Valley Town Center and they're in Simi with us. A lot of the crew comes out and they're like, "Hey, man, where's all the graffiti?" And I'm like,
Exactly.
I'm like that, and then they're like, "Well, it doesn't smell like urine out here."
There's no parking
We don't have any
meters?
homeless.
Yeah,
We don't have any homeless in our city streets.
Well, what I'd like to talk to you about, I know you know that we're just wrapping up a documentary on the UFC fighters.
Right.
And
Which I'm such a big fan of.
Yeah, we're doing a screening at the Palms in Vegas after we're done. But I would like to maybe do a screening up at your theater too for all the local people, everybody who's around here that's participated on the project.
Yes.
And
yes.
bring some people in, like our agencies and things like that.
That would be so fantastic. We'd absolutely love to host you guys and have you up there. There's a full bar. Our studio movie grill is so great. It's kind of a little bit like your Cinepolis, where we have a full chef, cooks.
Very nice.
And they cook this amazing food that they bring right to your table. You could have drinks, alcohol. You could have drinks while you're watching, the movie. And it makes the premieres that much more fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I saw that up there, and I'm like that.
Yeah.
I will definitely.
And that's another good thing about the project we're talking about too, you know, is that there's a lot of UFC stuff in there, skateboarding, and you know, that production that In the Light Productions is coming out with is going to be so much fun. But another production that's going to be shot 100% in Simi Valley.
Beautiful. Now I read the treatment, and I saw it. I tell you what, I'm very excited with this.
Thank you.
It is probably the best thing I've seen in a long time.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, it is Goonies. You know, it is, you know, that style. I love, you know, those kind of filmmakers, you know, growing up with, you know, Goonies, Lost Boys, E.T., you know, getting that chance to bring that nostalgia. I really think that we've lost a lot of that.
That's true.
You know,
That's
with getting, you know, a woke approach to filmmaking. And honestly, there's just no need for that. You know, so I'm a filmmaker that is wanting to come out to say to you at home and to everybody, when we make family films, all of your family could sit there and you don't have to explain anything to your kids.
Fantastic.
And that's what we need again.
It's an outlet for entertainment. We don't want to watch a movie and get bombarded with the news, you know?
Amen.
And
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the things that Open Arms, my project Open Arms, it's about safety, because, you know, we believe in, you know, firearm safety if you're going to purchase that.
Yes.
And family values is a huge thing we tap on.
Very
and
good.
family values to me is so important these days because I feel like we're losing that.
Yeah.
And movies like you're wanting to put out right now, that's a family movie.
Yes, and we want to have people go and see those movies in the movie theater, you know? Put down that device when you're at home and get a chance to just pay attention and be there for one another, you know? That's what we had growing up. And that's why we're so relational, you know? Our conversation, our communication skills are just so much better than the kids nowadays.
That's true.
And we need to really foster that to them, show them, you know, how to get out and meet people and talk about their lives and journey, not be about me, but to talk about others, hear their lives, make stories of their lives and their experiences. You know, to me as a filmmaker, that's something that I really want to champion and bring back. So those are the kind of movies that we're looking forward to.
Well, you're doing a great job. From the friendly to this new project, for what you've been doing up there.
Thank you.
I am so impressed. I was blown away. You know, whenever again, I was so confused that day. I'm like, no, Kristen, he's taking me to the Simi Valley Town. He's taking me to a mall.
He's taking you shopping.
That's right. And the whole mall is a back lot like Universal Studios.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's so cool. And there's, you know, all these different interesting, you know, shopping there. But the shopping there is mainly based off of online customers. So it keeps our town center very quiet, which is really good. And when we film, we just kind of parcel out certain areas. You know, Disney now wants to come next year, and I can't wait to start talking with Disney. I think I would be a great director for Disney projects because I think what Disney has done with the woke concept has really hurt them in the severals of billions of dollars. I mean, I think they've reported 18 billion in lost revenue because of trying to put in a message of 2%ers, 3%ers.
Exactly.
And that's really just not the reason. Now, there's no hate in my heart for anybody.
No.
I love story. For instance, I love Whitney Houston. I love the singer of Whitney Houston. She's such a beautiful singer, and she had a story about her life. And her life, actually, she dabbled into, you know, her, you know, liking another female. Okay. And that was a true story. And to put those messages in something that's true is great.
Yeah.
But if we're building story just to put in those messages so that we can, that's not where we should be.
You're absolutely right. Nikki's ask her about that. When there's something she's watching and they start doing that, she just said, I'm done, right?
It turns you off.
It
right,
was,
Nikki?
it was with, I loved, oh no.
This Is Us.
Oh, This Is Us.
This Is Us.
This Is Us.
I know.
Was that the show?
I
This Is
think
Us?
so.
Is that the movie?
No, is it? Oh my God, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, and you know, while you find that, that's the That's
Wait a second, I'm gonna
yeah,
find it.
It was
she
a
finds
series.
it.
It was called This Is Us. I thought that was it.
Yeah, and you know that's the thing about that message.
Yes,
Is
it was so. Yeah, it was This Is Us, and I was obsessed with it. It was so good,
Oh, it's so
and
fantastic.
it was like so heartwarming. Even Brian got into it because it was it filmed in Pittsburgh, and
I
they were
know.
Steeler
Pittsburgh
fans.
Steelers, yeah.
And the pandemic came, and then the cast started wearing masks and started bringing in the pandemic. I'm like, I want to watch this show and escape from the BS out there. This is my outlet, and they're bringing politics and the COVID and this. I'm like, it has nothing to do with really like what side of the spectrum you are politically, but I wanted to watch this show and not watch the news per se.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. And
So it
that's-
turned me off, and I've never watched it again.
Yeah, and thank you. It's such a good topic to bring up because honestly, as filmmakers, our job is to take people out of their everyday
That's true.
and give them the opportunity to escape. You know, I've studied from all the major directors, Quentin Tarantino, all the way down, Brian De Palma's, you know, even female directors, everybody. And I'm a connoisseur. I'm actually a film cinephile. I just love getting a chance to watch films. And the films we grew up with, that's what they did. They brought you to a place where you were just excited to be there and to be in that. You know, James Cameron, who I've gotten the chance to learn from, you know, whether
That's amazing.
and to see him making Avatar and to see us going into these areas, you know, exploring these areas of imagination, you know, that to me is filmmaking. And I'm so grateful for those filmmakers before me. And I really feel like I'm the next. I do. And a lot of people are talking about me that way, and I'm very humbled about that. But that's the understanding that I have, is that I communicate and I love people.
Yeah.
I love people. And I think that if you're in this business and you love people and you're able to connect in that way, then this is for you.
Exactly.
You know, being in the movie industry and being in entertainment and getting that chance to tell the stories that people need to hear
That's true.
to strengthen their hearts.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's The Friendly, which you guys just got to
It
see
is.
on
It's-
Amazon.
It's great. It's great. Again, I can't say enough about the movie.
Thank you.
You know what's going to make this new project of yours probably really sell, the new movie? It's me coming on and doing a cameo. People see me walk on that set. They're going to be like, my God, is this good?
Brian, I want to see it again just to see his cameo. You got it. You got it. You're in there. I can't wait to make these kind of adventure films and to really bring back into the hearts. Like,
Exactly.
so, you know, adults can watch it and go, wow, I just love what they're saying. And kids can be like, this is incredible, you know? And that's like Stranger Things. I really feel like the Duffer Brothers did a really great job, and Sean Levy did a really great job doing that with the culture. I can't wait to see the new season and, you know, having friends that worked on it. But bringing back entertainment in that way is just very exciting
I
for
agree.
me.
I agree. Nick, have you seen any of his movies back in the day, like The Goonies and all that?
No, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a movie I don't know. I haven't seen.
I'll give her that. She's not really a movie person.
I've
to
seen
sit-
movies, but I don't keep up with all of.
You've got to pass. You've got a hall pass.
Okay.
But you got to see Goonies over the
Okay.
holidays.
Okay.
If you haven't, you know, Josh Brolin, who I love. I personally have met him and worked with him before in a small, I haven't directed him in a big, huge movie or anything, and I can't wait to do one day. I love him and his wife, you know, Catherine. And, you know, those people are so amazing. He's in the movie. You know, Sean Astin now is actually SAG's president. You know, he's the SAG president, and who knows best than Sean and doing things like what we did. You know, I grew up as a kid actor, teen actor, then, you know, doing this in my business, and you know, these kind of people know best. So I'm just really glad that they're all involved. But they're all in The Goonies, which you got to see. Those kind of movies are so nostalgic, you know, and I love Edward Scissorhands. This has
Oh, I
got
love
some
that.
Edward Scissorhands
I've seen that
moments.
one.
You have? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Tim Burton is fantastic.
Oh, Tim Burton's awesome.
Yeah, you know, and you know, it's about escaping. You know, personally, I don't know those people and what they're involved in, but I do know the escape of what we want as you know, Hollywood, as entertainment. And I just really feel like I'm grateful for you bringing me on and people noticing that, there is a pastime that we have to preserve, and that's going inside of our movie theaters and watching and experiencing these with your family over the holidays. It's like the best time. I don't know about you guys, but in my family, Christmas Day, after we're done with the presents and it's, later in the night, we go to the movies, and watch one of the Christmas movies, and over the, summer break, bringing the kids, and now I'm a dad. I have a 3-year-old daughter myself, and now I'm bringing her to the movies, and it just gives me so much joy. And I think that that's what we need in this world, is kindness and joy to be back in a big way.
Well said. Well said. I do agree 100%. Family is number one, family values, and that's what we need to bring back.
Amen. Yeah. No, it's super great to be on with you guys, and I'm so glad you guys are doing what you guys are doing too, and spreading that message of safety and Second Amendment.
I mean, again, that's how this whole thing started. Basically, I was doing my show, Open Arms, a television show, and then I started the Open Arms podcast in that little baby office in this building. And one day I was looking around this vacant building, saying, "Hey, used to be Sharky's corporate office. I'd like to take it over, make it a huge production facility for MB Studio Productions, to do a state-of-the-art facility, but also bring in the good relations with the industry." And meeting you, I think, is one of the best relationships we're going to have, because we're going to network on a lot of things. I think our future is going to be very well, working together.
I'm grateful for that. I really am. You guys what you did with this place is fantastic, and it's beautiful, and I love this neighborhood and this community. Westlake is just so near and dear to my heart. My wife and I got married right up the street. Westlake Inn is where we got married.
Oh, nice.
And, so this area is just and it's beautiful out here. You got Jamie Foxx lives just right up the street, and Kardashians are here, and just a lot of people are actually starting to kind of migrate out to this area.
Britney Spears has been seen in a lot of local places lately.
Yeah, she does. She has a house up the street, I've heard too. And I don't know any of the folks I just mentioned, but I know that they're here, and I know that this community is just absolutely, amazing. And that's what it's about. It's about getting into your community, doing something that's right for your community. And that's why I'm over there with, 2.0 of Hollywood and Simi Valley, because, you really need to. I think now that we're older and we're able to go, okay, what can I do for where I live? And I think if everyone started to think about what can I do where I live to make where I live better, then I think we could all be in a better place. I mean, there's so many people in LA that I think if they come together and really figure out, to be community again, they can do so much more. And I really feel a change that can come there. But as of now, we're in Ventura County, we're in Simi Valley, and we're bringing this Hollywood 2.0 to that area, and we're involving the police department, we're involving the city, so that everybody is feeling good about what's happening. But the idea of it is community.
That's it.
And getting a chance to partner up with people and let people in. I think that COVID got everybody real, and that whole shutdown got everybody real disconnected.
That's true.
And now it's coming back.
It is.
You're going to ball games again, and you're high-fiving people you don't know, and, it's coming back. And I'm excited for that, because our younger kids need to feel and see that. We got a chance to be so free. I mean, the lights would come on in your neighborhood, and, you're riding your bike, and it was still super safe, and, your parents would still let you ride through the neighborhood on your bike or skateboard. For me, I was a big skater as a kid, thrashing. I loved the Josh Brolin movie, Thrashing. That was like my favorite film when I was a kid, and I grabbed my skateboard, my Christian Hosoi skateboard, Hammerhead, and I was a big skater growing up, and that's why that part of it is worked into our next films. Is,
very nice.
I want to bring that back to the kids. There's a skate park in Simi Valley up at our town center, and Todd, he's the caretaker of it. It's the Hall of Fame, the skateboarding Hall of Fame in Simi Valley, and there's over 800 boards from back in the days all the way till now.
Oh, wow.
All pinned up. There's half pipes. And you know what? The kids aren't really skating much anymore, but they got to. They got to. You got to get off those cell
Yeah,
phones.
I
Get them
agree.
off of those video games. You know, hey, don't get me wrong. I love video games, and you know they got to have a little bit of some. You know,
Exactly.
they got Mortal Kombat or even like Call of Duty. I mean, I'm a huge Call of Duty guy, but you know, in portions. Get out there on that skateboard. Get skinned up, you know,
I
feel what
agree.
it feels like to use your body so that when you're older, you could actually work and do something good for your community.
That's true. That's true. I agree with everything you said just right there. That's amazing. Well, good deal. Well, to wrap things up and just recap everything, again, look out for In the Light Productions doing some more and greater things in the future at the Simi Valley Town Center. Look for us, networking on good projects, MB Studio Productions and In the Light Productions as well. And anything else you want to share with the audience today?
No, I just want to say thank you. Happy holidays to everyone. Put God first. And thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, Jason, it's been a pleasure meeting you, and I want to again thank Kristen Mills that put us together.
Amen. I love Kristen.
So do I. So I want to have her on my show. I really do.
You
I
got
really
to.
Got to have her on.
The viewers need to see her. She's such a light in this world.
She
She's a
is.
beautiful soul. That's who connected us, and I can't say anything more than I just love them.
I know it. Nikki, do you have any last questions or anything?
I can't wait to come up to the Simi Valley Town Center.
I know I got to get up there. You got to check
Yes.
it out. It's. I mean, we've been there at the mall, but never
Of course, I just haven't. I want to see the.
Yeah, but you never really like looked at it that way. Now, when you walk up there and you look at it as a production, how a movie set, you're like, oh my God, I can see how this is it's so amazing. It's so beautiful. The mall's not that old either.
No, it's really not. We've had over 53, thank God, grateful, 53 productions this year.
That's amazing.
You could go onto Amazon right now, and there's a TV show there called Countdown, and you'll just see our town center. It's just amazing. Big shootout scenes with 600 extras running, and it's just incredible, and it's all up there. Who would have ever known, in Ventura County and Simi Valley and, Westlake area, we're shooting these things. And, that's the idea, is that, to keep the preservation of Hollywood, this is where everyone lives. When you go overseas or you go other places with your project and you make other states, other countries look like LA,
Yeah.
that's when I go, wait a second, you could just go and film that in LA. Come to Simi Valley first. It's going to save you 40% on your production. Then you'll have enough money to move and migrate into Hollywood. I'm not even saying that that's where we want to keep everything, is just Simi Valley. We want it to go back into
Yeah.
Hollywood. It's just that it takes 3 to 4 weeks of permits. So come with us first, 24 hours, get some of your production with us first. That way you could save some money, generate some money to get back into Hollywood and do what you got to do.
Beautiful, beautiful.
thank
So,
you.
Jason, where can people find you and know about you? What's your Instagram,
Yeah.
your
So-
website?
Yeah, thank you. So we're in thelightproductions.com. And then we're also Instagram. You got to DM us there if you ever need any help with your production. If you ever need something there that you need Simi Valley for, that's where you could find me. In the Light Productions on Instagram. DM us there. Come watch what we're doing. Follow us, and you're going to see all these great projects that are going on and how we're just really trying to help people. That's really what we're about. We're trying to just help people. This isn't a money game. This is about actually not charging that much so that
Yeah.
people can still continue to do what we love and to paint these pictures. That's what we are. We're artists, and our screen is the movie screen or the television screen or the phone screen. That's what we are. We're artists making this beautiful art, and that's what we want to have preservation over.
Well, highly recommended. I tell you that. Everyone, definitely look them up, check it out. If you need a place, that's a place to be. Nikki, you're going to post all his information too.
Yeah,
correct?
all your Instagram, all your links, whatever you want will be in the description box below. So expand the description box. Everything will be there.
great.
Amazing.
Yes.
Blessings to the show and to you guys.
course.
Well, Jason, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. It's been a pleasure meeting you. It's going to be a pleasure working with you in the future. I'll tell you
Yes.
that right now. I'm very excited. I can hardly wait. That's for
Yes,
sure.
it's going to be
gonna
good.
be
2005, watch.
I know it.
2006, it's going to be gangbusters.
There you go.
It's going to be beautiful. And I'm really, really grateful. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Happy New Year.
There you go. Nikki, where can they find us?
Well, you can find Open Arms on Instagram at openarms.tv, and then also follow our studio, MB
Yeah.
Studio Productions, on Instagram as well.
There you go. That sounds good to me. Again,
Sounds good to you? I hope so.
And again, I want to thank Jason for coming on the show. It's been an amazing show. We got a lot of, entertainment talk today, which is fantastic. Nikki, thank you again for everything. And
Thank you, Nikki.
Of course. It was fun. And I'm so excited to come check out your place.
Can't wait to have you guys and your future production. We can't wait
Yes.
to have it.
it's going to be amazing. Okay, that's going to be it for our show today. And everybody, always remember
Safety, family, and the Second Amendment.
Have a good day.
Bye, guys.